Hey, y'all. I'm seeing you. Y'all, like, I am dying. Actually, it doesn't feel horrible out, but it's 92. 92, you guys. Welcome, Dad's mowing. He's crazy. But I was doing I'm doing some fundraisers for pet rescues. So if y'all know any pet rescues that need money, let me know. I'll be happy to set up with them a fundraiser. I'm like, take my money. So I've been working on that literally all morning. I've been corresponding with like 20 different pet rescues this morning, getting things set up. So it's been pretty cool. But so Danny and I listened to Evolution Church. Stephen Furtick is the pastor. And so I got a bunch of stuff done this morning, and then we're like, well, we got to listen to church. So we sat down and listened to church, and then I went back and finished the rest of my stuff. But it was so awesome. One of the things he said this morning was, because like yesterday, I've come on, and I think my Tennessee Mama Twinsy was going to go beat up on someone yesterday. You know, I can't see without putting my reading glasses on. I can't read what y'all are writing. So even like right here, I can't even squint really and see. I can see Christy Linzone only because her name's really long. So I don't read a lot of it until I turn the camera around and I'm in with the birds. And you know, yesterday was pretty funny. Y'all were super interactive and commenting with us. But one lady made some really disparaging remark, and it was like, what? I don't even know who she is. And it's just like, what is wrong with people? And she was saying, I had a thinner shirt on yesterday, a short sleeve, and when I bent over, you could see a little cleavage. And she made a comment about, I forget exactly what she said. I did screenshot it though. She was like, quit showing your boobs for God's sakes, or something like that. And I didn't see it until I was almost done. And of course you want to just respond and be like, what the heck? And I even commented on there after I got done, before I blocked her, I commented, are you rude to everyone, or am I just special? And she never commented back. But I went back in and I blocked her. But one of the things this morning on the sermon was, because he has quite a big Instagram following, and he said that sometimes he finds himself, you know, he's a work in progress too, but he finds himself, he's got, you know, thousands of people, thousands and thousands of followers, but he's got people that comment, you know, great stuff, but he does kind of scroll some of his posts to see if anybody, and they do comment negative stuff, and then he thinks of witty replies to come back to him. He doesn't always write them out, but he, you know, thinks of it in his head. And he said yesterday he was kind of in that mindset, and that God said, if you spent the time trying to defend yourself, or, you know, saying things back to people, that you could spend that time blessing people instead. And it was pretty powerful to think that, you know, because you do want to say stuff back when people are so rude, because it's hard to understand why people are rude for no reason, you know, especially someone's never really followed. I've never seen that woman before on here. It's always those type of people. But I thought, you know, that is, your energy is then taken away from God's work and blessing others, and put into, you know, having to defend yourself, or, you know, just whatever. So, and it's just like, what in the world? And, you know, it's funny because I thought of a million things I could say to her, because I went to her Facebook profile and it was pretty ugly. And man-hater, just ugliness on her profile. And, you know, I thought of all these witty responses I could send back to her, but she stole my joy and she stole my time, and I can't get any of that back. And it's just like, so that his message there kind of resonated with me yesterday, because, you know, we get these people, and it's hard to understand how someone can be so ugly. Like, it really is. But there's people like that are just miserable, and they're out to make other people miserable too, or to bring that misery on them or whatever. So it's no different. You know, we have our Scentsy business, and I try to help team members or even customers or whatever, and there's always an excuse, especially with a team member. Well, that doesn't work for me, or well, da-da-da. And so anything you try to suggest for them, it's always a negative response. And at that point, you realize that they're never going to go anywhere because their attitude is dictating their success. So it's just really weird when people start doing those things. And I mean, they're literally seeking out stuff to be ugly about. And I just don't even get it. So, because y'all know me and y'all know my heart, and you know I don't go around trying to show my cleavage on purpose, but you know, if I bend over and you see a little something, I am a woman. God made me a woman, y'all. I can't. You know, like seriously. It's just the way it is. My goodness. It's not like I'm trying to flash y'all on purpose. It's just so funny that people are like ridiculous. So y'all, did you see my little one? I put a picture up earlier, and I put it on my video last night, my YouTube video I did. They come over yesterday, and I went to go get mealworms for the babies and fill up their thing. And my bag I get is a huge bag, huge. I mean, it's like, it's got to be this square. It's huge, and it's thick, and it's just full of mealworms. And she had to hold it. So I get them, I put them in this little jar. I put the mealworms in this jar, and I bring it out here. And then I sprinkle it, you know, on their food. They're croutons, like Dad says. So I sprinkle that on their food. So when that gets empty, I take it in and fill it up. So I had to fill it up yesterday. And she's in there with me, and they're looking at him, and they're just like, these are worms, why aren't they moving? And I'm trying to explain it to him. And then she wants to hold them. So this bag's bigger than her. So she wanted me to take a picture. So she held it, and I took 3 pictures of her. And then when I got done taking the pictures, she goes, I see. She wanted to see the pictures then. And I said, isn't that funny? And she's like, ah. So she was hilarious. There's our girl, y'all. Miss Cora Boo. Come here. There's Miss Cora. There she is. Say hi to everybody, Miss Cora. She says, I gotta make my debut, y'all. She's so big. She's so funny. She's so funny. She is the head hen, you guys. She is my biggest hen out of everybody. So, yep. Let me see what y'all are saying, because I gotta put my glasses on to read. Oh my gosh, y'all are saying all kinds of stuff. Hey Lynn, hey Christy Lynn, hey Vicky, hey Laura, hey sweetheart, how's that baby? Sunny and cooler here today. Today the high is 92. It's 92 right now, not the high. So it's 92 right now. Hey Pam, hey Janice, hey Thea. Goodness gracious. Hey Amy, hey Marilyn. That's a good message for the week I had. Yes, I get sucked. I know, we all do. Hey Tanya. Always something, just stick their nose where it doesn't belong. Ain't that the truth? I wear TikTok. Yes, girl. Like, I mean, seriously. Hey, Trish. Hey, Lynn. I know. I'm just like, what is wrong with people? It's just something to be, you know, like, I don't even, you know, and it hurts me because, you know, when people are ugly. So it does hurt me. But I've got to come to some realization on that, because it's not like, you know, I just got like, you know, 20 of us here, and they all love me, and I all love them, and we're here for good reasons and all that. That's not the case anymore. And so it's hard. The more followers I get, the more people you get come on. Because like her, she didn't even like my page, because when you click someone's profile, it'll tell you how long they've liked your page. So I'm assuming she must have saw one of you guys watching my video or something, and jumped on. And because when you watch something, you know, your friends see it. Facebook lets your friends know. And so it must be a friend of somebody that likes me. And because she doesn't even like my page. And so it's just weird to me how people will go on and just be ugly for no reason. And it's just, I mean, but and you got to know, and I do know this. I mean, I've taught it enough. I've preached it enough. I've, said it enough to people that hurting people hurt people, and that's just the way it is. And I mean, they just want to hurt people. They'll lash out, and it's so easy on the internet for people to just lash out at someone. So be internet bullies. But man, is it hot today, y'all. So let me turn you around. So I thought that was a really great message today that, that 4 eggs that Miss Anna's not laid one in a couple of days. This is 2 days now. I mean, she could be ready to lay one anytime. But, when you take time trying to defend yourself, we don't have to defend ourselves, first of all. I mean, if that's the way they want to be, that's fine. They can believe whatever they want. But you are taking away time for good and for blessings and favor and all that good stuff. So I just got to learn to realize that all these people that hop on that don't know me or know what's going on, and and if that's the worst they can say about me, my gosh. Oh, there's a little skink. Look it's a little skink. He's tiny. So yeah, it stinks though. I mean, I'm still human. It hurts my feelings, but I hate that I waste time on that. There's so much other things I could be doing with that time. All right. Oh shoot, I forgot their worms. They're going to be without worms today. I'm going to have to get a drink. This is my favorite drinks, you guys. I buy these like we went to Target the other day and I bought like 5 cases of them. When I say case, they're 8 packs. And they are amazing. They're Target brand and they are incredible. Love it. They have other flavors, not just watermelon. But they're my absolute favorite. There's Log Home Dad over there working. He's sweating. He's got sweat running down his back. Goodness. So we went to his best friend's house last night. Those boys have known each other. Oh, she made it, y'all. Even with, it had to have been at least 6 foot up. She hovered all the way up. Goodness. Because that's hard for me to do that when she flies up like that. But they've known each other since 1982, which is when he came here. He moved here. And he moved here after his mom died in 1982. And those guys have been friends ever since then. So we've seen each other's families go through so much. And whenever they get together, it's like they never skip a beat. It's really awesome. Because, Miss Cora, over the years, they... Goodness, they're not being nice. Over the years, Miss Cora ran over there. Over the years, you lose touch. Life happens, and it's neat to see them come back together. And they talk like they've not lost anything. Get it, girl, get it. You go find one of those. Hey, Miss Violet. There she goes. Y'all leave her alone. Miss Cora. Yes, they do. Thank you, Miss Jan. That is so true. Thank y'all. This is my Sam's Club shirt, Janice. Don't they, though, Pam? They sure do. It's amazing to me. So yeah, so we are, today I've just been so busy getting all the stuff together, and then, because tomorrow, Cincy launches their new, I'm so excited because it's amazing, and I got to get out and wash all my chickens. I haven't got to do that yet, but we launch our new pet products, so it's pet shampoo, detangler, and deodorizer, and they are incredible. I just love them, so that comes out tomorrow, so everybody's super hyped up for that. I don't know what time though. Hopefully it's like in the middle of the night. Usually something like that's in the middle of the night, but it could not be until mid-morning or so. But we've got it so when we went to convention, since he gave it to us, whoever attends, so we've had it for a while, so it's absolutely incredible. And our Golden comes out, and she doesn't even have to roll anything. Just being out here and in the heat, it causes her Miss Cora, it causes her coat to smell. So we end up spraying her a lot. And she sheds a lot from the summer. They're so sweet, though. How long do chickens live? Oh, goodness. So chickens can live for a long time. I think the average lifespan is about 8 years, but their good laying years are up until 3. And then they still lay, but not as well. So, like, we're hoping this fall we're going to get some new ones to add, some little ones. And we'll keep them inside for about 3 weeks. I have a room. We have a basement here in Florida. It's a finished basement, so real nice. But, you know, my kids don't live at home anymore, so we'll keep them down there. And it's a tile floor, so I can sweep it and clean. You gotta, like, I am on top of it every day because chickens have horrible dander. And you gotta be so on top of it every day because they have dander and it just goes everywhere. It's disgusting. And so I'm like every day in there cleaning and picking up poop and all that good stuff. But so we were going to go get some more. Well, I think we're going to get about 6 or 8 more. I don't want to get too many that I can't transport when we move. Because Log Home Dad's like, are we going to let the chickens go with the house? No, we're not going to. Would we let our kids go with the house? No, we're not going to let the chickens go with the house. He's a crazy man. He's always talking crazy stuff. I think he just likes to see how I react. My chickens go with the house. No. It's bad enough they're going to get this nice coop he built. Forget about letting them chickens go. He's too much sometimes. He would miss them just as much as I do. He's so funny. It's hilarious because we got our little Lucy, who's like less than 5 pounds, Chihuahua. And she starts out sleeping with me at night. And in the wintertime, she goes under the covers. So like when it's cooler, under the covers, she likes to snuggle up to his back because of the warmth. So every night she ends up at some point snuggling up to his back. And then at night when we're sitting in the recliner, she goes and snuggles up next to him. And he's always like, your dog, your dog, your dog. And he's loving on that dog. So you got that 6'4" man over there loving on that little 4-pound Chihuahua. It's so funny to see them two together. He loves her. And who do you think wakes up who in the mornings to go to the bathroom? She does. She wakes him up every morning to go. The only time she wakes me up is if he's not in bed, if he's already left for work. So it's pretty funny. He loves those babies. So that's kind of, they can live quite some time. Some people, when the chickens, I've kind of explained to y'all why I won't be eating any of my chickens, even Mr. Butthead Mosley, because of just stuff growing up. But a lot of people, when their chickens don't produce eggs anymore, they either just kill them outright or they, eat them. And I couldn't do that to my babies. They're giving me eggs. I got to take care of them. So they'll still produce eggs. It just, like I said, it won't be as many. But we'll have another couple of years out of them. And they started laying right at 4 months. I'll never forget my very first egg. We walk into the coop and I go to scrape the board and there's this little, it couldn't have been, but it was smaller than a golf ball laying there and it looked like a golf ball. It was round and it was one of my Easter eggers because it was green. And I just I squealed and Log Home Dad thought something just happened and I was like squealing and jumping up and down. I'm like, we got an egg, we got an egg, we got an egg. And in the beginning, you would have to have like 4 eggs to equal 1 egg. It was so funny. So now we're good. And this summer, though, is the worst. And I know up in northern states in the winter is the worst. But in the summer here is the worst for egg laying production and size of eggs because it is so hot and it disrupts their systems. So weather has an effect on them. Butthead Mosley. He is. I'm being nice to him. Someone caught me one time. I went in the coop and it was caught on video though. Like I was recording. I think I might have been out here. I don't know. Mr. Carson, if y'all remember Mr. Carson, he was 4 times as big as Mr. Mosley. He was probably 3 times as big as Miss Cora. And he flogged me. And I mean, he got me good. I didn't cuss or anything. I was super proud of myself.
I think I did call him a butthead, and everybody was laughing. They were all like, that is not what I would have said. I was just like, oh. And I forgot about filming at that very moment when he attacked me, because I didn't even know what to do. Because his spurs, oh my goodness. Mr. Carson's spurs were as big as her toes. So his spurs were huge. Mr. Mosley's spurs, they can't be, I guess maybe they're about an inch now. I mean, they're as big as they've ever been. And he's a little over a year old. So, I mean, his spurs will do damage, but Mr. Carson's spurs were huge. Beautiful, beautiful rooster. Gorgeous. And we didn't have a problem leaving him outside because we knew he'd take care of himself and something wouldn't be able to pick him up. He was huge. It was all I could do if I had to pick him up. I mean, he was really big. But I knew he'd be okay out there. And so we were going to leave him outside, but he would still come and flog you outside. So we were like, we can't take a chance of him flogging one of the kids or the UPS man. Our mailman's, our mail lady is already, if I'm out here doing the chickens and she comes and Emma is out, she won't leave the package. She'll go around and go back out and leave it at the little bench right there. She won't leave. She won't go to the door with it because she's afraid of Emma. I'm like, Emma's about the most loving animal you've ever met in your life. She might lick you to death. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. But I know that he would attack UPS man, which actually that would be pretty funny to get on video. I thought we could be a viral sensation, but we decided against that. Oh, you can tell how hot it is. So how do you know it's hot? He is pretty. So how do you know it's hot for chickens? When they dig these deep holes, can y'all see them? So they have been busy today. They've got these big old holes dug out to lay in. And so they dig, because it's cooler down in there, so they dig these deep holes and they get in the sand. And they throw the sand up on top of them because it's nice and cool. So you know it's a hot day when they do that. And plus their water. I mean, I just filled up the water yesterday and I need to fill it up again today. So they go through water like crazy. Although they are not using Log Home Dad's hen hydrator. I think because it's, you know how it's got the label on it? It's upside down. They can't read it.
I hold them upside down, but I get yelled at for that.
You did get yelled at. Y'all, people, that's what we was talking about earlier. People. Oh my goodness. I had to delete a video, and Log Home Dad wouldn't be on one of my videos for about a month after that. He was so mad. He's about ready to call it quits. But I said, you can't call it quits. You're Log Home Dad. Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. I'm going to let you go. I think he wants to spend some time with his honey. He goes, it's Sunday, and he's got a busy week. So he's like, it's Sunday. I need to spend some time with my girlfriend. I'm like, well, go see her. You don't have to ask permission. So he mowed while I was finishing up my fundraisers. And what are we going to do? Am I going to kick your boo honey in cards?
Maybe.
All right. We're going to do something. Maybe we'll go get some sushi for later or something. And we'll hang out. We watched, last night, Log Home Dad says there's a series on Amazon Prime. And we steal the kids' Amazon Prime. And because they steal everything from us. And so, it was so funny because I hijacked their Netflix too, but one day I never watch it except usually when I'm doing my cabin crates. So I was putting my crates together and I couldn't get on, and it tells you who's on. So my daughter's on and someone else on. I sent her the money. I said, upgrade that to 4 users. Like, I was just like, I sent her the extra money for the year. But anyway, we use their Amazon Prime, and you can do the TV. Isn't it Amazon Prime TV or whatever? Mm-hmm. Yep. And so, oh goodness, that just got me. Where it's broken there, it's on my hair. Can you push it in? Push in the thing. It just got my hair. So anyway, there's a show, is a 2-part series called Dark Angels. 3-part. And it's with
Dark Angel.
Doggone, what's her name?
Froggatt.
Froggatt. She was Anna on Downton Abbey. And which love her. She's that's why I love Miss Anna so much. Because y'all know my chickens are named after Downton Abbey characters. So anyway, he's like, we can start watching it. And we weren't sure exactly. I didn't know what to expect. So anyway, it was based on a real serial killer in England, Mary Ann Cotton. And I ended up looking it up. So it was really well made. There are some sex scenes in it. I mean, it doesn't show like parts or anything, but they're pretty hardcore sex scenes. And she killed 3 spouses, a lover, her mother, 8 stepchildren and 7 children.
7 of her own children.
And then there was one more. Who else did she kill?
Her friend.
Oh, her friend, her best friend.
Her lifelong friend.
To get her husband. And then she ended up killing the husband. And it was all arsenic poisoning. She had discovered arsenic when she had bed bugs in their very first home. And so she killed her husband. So anyway, it was pretty interesting. So I had no idea. It was a real true story. And she finally got caught after killing her stepson, which was the son of her friend that she killed to marry her husband, and then ended up killing the husband. So it was really quite sinister. This woman was something else, but she maintained her innocence up to the end. But she definitely killed them all. So they think 21 people, I think, total she killed.
They weren't completely sure.
Yeah.
They estimated 15 to 21 or something.
It was incredible. And one husband and child escaped her reign of terror because he was very well off. And she ended up taking the baby back and leaving it on the doorsteps because the sister wouldn't let her back in anymore. So it was pretty interesting. But man, to see her play such a drastically different character from her sweet, loving Anna on Downton Abbey, and then she had darker hair too in this series, and she's got blonde hair in Downton Abbey. So she's amazing. Absolutely, that was an incredible series. I was pretty impressed with the time period, with the costuming, and the scenes and everything they did. It was pretty incredible. So that was something. So we did that last night, but that didn't take long. I mean, that was like what, 2.5 hours maybe total altogether, yeah. Like the whole series thing. So it didn't take long to watch. So we ended up watching the whole thing, and then I looked her up. Because it said it was based on a true story. So I looked at Mary Ann Cotton. So look up Mary Ann Cotton, and then it's on Amazon Prime. It's included, so you don't have to pay extra for it. So that was kind of neat. And we love Downton Abbey, of course, but we love Victoria. And we've never finished watching The Crown. We started watching The Crown and never finished. I really liked it too. So we love time period movies. And if y'all don't know, I don't know how long y'all, a lot of you have been following us, but we've done living history, a lot of living history. So like Victorian era, Civil War, Log Home Dad has portrayed both Confederate and Northern Federal soldiers.
Yankee.
And not just soldiers, but civilians. Mm-hmm. And I've done tons of living history, like etiquette classes, and just living history event where I taught like language of the flower, and period costumes and stuff. Done lots of like Victorian teas.
Is that Mosley?
It is Mosley. So I've done lots of Victorian teas, things like that. So we love history. Like history is like super cool to us. I don't know. So a little tidbit about Log Home Mom and Dad. I don't know what they're doing. All right, guys. Well, we're going to let you go. We're going to get in and see what we can get into. But we love y'all, and we'll be right back here tomorrow. At least I will. Log Home Dad's working. He's got
mold remediating.
He's got a mold job he's starting tomorrow. So he's going to, I think you're doing that 3 or 4 days. 3
I've got
days?
it slotted for 3.
3 days?
It's only gonna take
yeah.
2.
So poor guy. And he's got to go look at a mold job early in the morning. He hates it when I do that to him. I book him appointments. I feel so bad. He needs a secretary, so I don't get the brunt of it. The secretary does then. But we can't afford a secretary. All right, guys. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Bye.